everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Brienne and this is Bresknits. So today I got a podcast for you guys. Let me just do this. I have a podcast for you guys, getting comfortable. I had done the backdrop thing last time, but I don't think I executed it that well. So I will just leave that for when I want to take pictures of my little one. And we'll probably just have you see this little corner of my dining room / kitchen. We've kind of been like reconfiguring the house a little bit. This is a cabinet now, and we kind of just placed our table here to make it look a little bit more like a cozy nook. Have like some new art pieces on the wall. That's our coffee mug. We've had that before. We just kind of had to move it around. That, for keen eyes, is Taco Bell. It is Taco Bell art. There's an artist on Instagram that my husband saw that makes like still life portraits of food. Like he just did one of Sour Patch Kids, and they're oil paintings and they're so beautiful. But we just got the print, or I got the print for him for his birthday like a while ago. We just needed to finally hang it up, and now we have it hanged up. And then that one is from me making it on Canva. I've seen so many like prints on Etsy that like when I started making my stuff on Canva, I was like, wait a second, I recognize that. And then I'll look and I'm like, oh my gosh, like this is a free graphic on Canva. So if you wanted to ever make yourself art for your home, try checking Canva for their free graphics and just printing them. So yeah, this is like our little corner. But did I mention it already? I don't know if I mentioned it, but this is a podcast. I feel like this episode is going to be very like acquisition heavy, just for different things and different reasons. But I guess we'll just get into it. I also am not sure if I mentioned it in my last podcast, but unfortunately at the beginning of March, literally like March 3rd, I got rear-ended at a stoplight, and dealing with the repercussions of that, and still dealing with some injuries in my neck and in my back. Can't stand for too long without my lower back starting to hurt. My neck always feels stiff. So my last hot water bottle, I had to get rid of. It had been a long time. Honestly, I don't remember when I even bought it. But I know I've had it for a very, very long time. And so I got another one and just bought it off of Amazon. It's like this bright green color. And my first and only finished object is I think it's like Homebody's Friend or something by No Frills Knitting. It's a free hot water bottle cover pattern. It's fairly quick and easy. It is a DK weight pattern. I just held fingering double. The bottom is Explore Knits and Fibers in their Irish. I think this is like the last bit of this pink. It's the Ireland collection in Irish Heather. And the purple is from Sincere Sheep. It's their Cormo fingering yarn. And I think it's in Deepest Desire. It's a really beautiful purple. It's kind of like, it is tonal, but it's got like darker aspects of the purple in there that I think blend really well with the Irish Heather. I was just gonna do a complete like stark color blocking, but then I was like, stripes could be fun. I don't know, why not? So just kind of going with it and trying to get it done as quickly as possible, because after my accident is when I bought the hot water bottle cover. But I think like a week after or a week and a half after is when I made the hot water bottle cover, so I could finally just use it on my back and switch off between hot and cold compresses. So yeah, here it is. And also, no, being in another accident was not on my 2025 bingo card. But if you're out there and you don't have a dash camera for your car, I very highly recommend you get a dash camera, especially because you just never know. And like, also, this person really was trying to like, I don't know, rear endings are usually the other driver's faults. and I was at a stoplight. I was fully stopped when I got hit. And somehow they were trying to make it my fault. And I was like, I was following the rules of the road, you know? So, I just to save yourself some headache, definitely, if you don't have one, I would suggest you invest in one, because I feel like it really saves a lot, especially with insurances and all of that. So, yeah, but that's why I have gotten my hot water bottle, just to help me with all of my aches and pains now. So there's that. That is my only finished object. This one was kind of a bit of a just new cast on, like for practicality purposes. I didn't have it planned. I mean, I did want to do a hot water bottle cover eventually, but like the urgency was there because of my accident. So there it is. I do want to make a couple other ones. I have a couple of people in my life that are pregnant, and I have thought about getting them a hot water bottle and making a cover specifically for them for like postpartum healing. But we'll see. We'll see what some of my other loved ones around them also think about that. But yeah, there it is. I also have, time for whips. Also, I'm trying to do something different with my channel. I'm going to do like different thumbnails. I don't know. Recently, I've just been feeling like changing it up. And I remember last time I was thinking about I said out loud how sometimes when I'm like, now it's time for blah, blah, blah. And I'm like thinking about like the title cards or the chapter cards that like other people have in theirs. And like, I really like that. And I want to incorporate that here. So you probably already saw it, but like, I'm just explaining it now. Okay. So time for whips. Okay, so one of the first whips I have, it's like, I'm going to show you it and it's going to look like a finished object, but it's not because it's only half, but it's a sock. It is my Colorwork Cuff Club sock. It's the August month one. It's like the Scandinavian flower design. I started the second one, but I only got a couple rows in. And like, I think you'll notice that there's just kind of a lot of like chaotic energy going around this podcast from March. And it's kind of like a lot of just what's been happening in the world, and then my personal life and like the injuries and stuff, just like really feeling like this anxious energy to just do something, to like funnel it out that way. So yeah, I did this and I finished. I think I did it a couple times just because did I talk about it last time? I can't recall. But I had done this portion a little too small. It wasn't going over my heels, so I had to rip back and do it again. But I finished it in a week after doing that, and now I have the other one on my needles. I just got that second sock syndrome, I guess, and everything else got in the way. But I really like my color combination. The sock yarn is Yoriko. I'll write it down right here. But it's a Canadian-based yarn dyer. It's like on her Tweety base. The color is called Evergreen. And then the purple is from Dusty Yarn Co. It's from her Bluey collection, and it's called Grannies. I really like this purple. I think it's really nice and fun. So very excited. I didn't use too much of it here, but I do still have like a little bit of scraps. So once I'm done with the second sock, I'm sure I'll still have a lot left over, and I actually want to make like a scrappy scarf, and I want to use that one in there because I just really like the color. And I had initially bought the yarn for a shawl for my aunt, and I was like very tempted to keep it because I really love the color, but I'm glad I get to have like bits of that color in my other projects. So there is whip number one. I will put this off to the side. So just working up my second sock, kind of. It's not like a number one priority on my list right now, but it's there. Another whip I have is the Babushka bandana by Le Pool. So the ruffles are worked up afterwards. I am almost-ish there. It's a bandana and all twisted ribs, so yes and no. It's getting there. Oh, also, I just realized, chaotic, you see, this is my first ever color work project. So that was also a learning curve of learning how to do it. But I mean, I think Summer has like really good instructions, and I really like her sock patterns. But I think it was more like I didn't know that because it's a sock, I don't need to like trap or like pick up the color work that often. Like, see? Oh my gosh, I forgot her name, but someone reached out to me on Instagram because I brought up like my difficulties with it, and someone had said that Stone Knits had said you don't need to do it that often because you have, it's like per inch you have to pick up. And I was like, oh yeah, I was like picking up every 4 stitches. So this part was really tight and not wanting to get over my foot. But after I like just relaxed my tension in the color work section, went up that needle size, and also didn't pick up as often as I was, it worked out perfectly, beautifully. It goes over my foot seamlessly. No toes catching, nothing, no problem there. I felt a little silly because I was like, oh, I have the Stone Knits colorwork sock book. And then I went to go read like a little bit of her tips. And sure enough, that was there. So that really helped with this project. No, I'm really excited. I really love it. I also have another color combination for this specific cuff theme. I have like a brown sock and a bright blue sapphire color that I really want to work up with this. So there's that. But anyway, back to the babushka bandana. It is in Sorella yarn. It's their classic DK and boulangerie. Boulangerie. I don't know if that's how I'm saying it right. But it's like this really nice pink color. I had maybe like a full set of sweaters quantity because I wanted to make it for a specific sweater, and then I kind of got over that idea and I used it for my Corin cardigan by the Criabea, and now I have like 2 extra skeins, so I'm working up the second skein in this. Actually, like I tied a little knot there in the back, and then I have another skein. And like I had mentioned, we have some babies coming in our family. So I'm thinking about making a striped green and pink sweater for one of them. I think that'll look really cute. But anyway, so here we are. It's twisted rib the whole way through. It's like kind of easy, but also a bit of a pain just to do the twist constantly. And like I thought I'd be done already, or at least at the ruffles, but we are not there. That's fine. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Oh, the increases were a little confusing for me. So you start off at the tip, right? And then you just keep working up. But the increases were like knit a double stitch into it, but it was like, but instead of like the normal way, like a double stitch increase, but instead of like doing it not twisted, you just have to remember to twist it. And for some reason at the beginning of the bandana, like I wasn't understanding or comprehending it. So I was just doing make ones right and left for like the first inch or so. And then something like clicked, I think too, because in the pattern, it'll say like increase, and then it'll say purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, or whatever it is. But like to me, it didn't make sense with the pattern that was already set up. Like it would have messed it up. So I did it one time through, like trusting the pattern. I was like, maybe it's a trust the process kind of thing. And I was like, you know what? I don't have time to trust the process. I just want to do it the way I'm going to do it. And maybe it's like making the edges a little messy, but honestly, like I don't care. I don't care at this point because I'm going to pick up anyway and do the ruffles, and the ruffle is going to be the main point. And also I'm going to block this. So I kind of just took it upon myself to like, I am doing the increases the way the pattern does say, but I just don't do like once the first few setup rounds, I don't follow her instructions. Like once you make it, I don't do like purl, knit. I don't know. If you have the pattern, you'll know what I'm talking about, but I don't do it exactly as she says. I kind of just followed my own like intuition, like, okay, this makes sense to me. Maybe there's something I'm not understanding though in the pattern, because sometimes that definitely happens, but I feel like I read it through enough that I'm like, oh, interesting. I'm just going to take over from here. Thanks though. But there it is. I'm very excited for it. A couple of friends want to go strawberry picking, and I was like, how cute would that be in a strawberry field? But my yarn has rolled all the way off. I gotta go get that real quick. Okay, so next up, I did cast this on, I think in the beginning of March. Have I worked on it much? Not really, but it's there. It is the winter clutch bag. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. I was gonna try to do, I think because I did cast it on, and I had done Judy's Magic Cast On with just one needle. So in the pattern, it says to do it with 2 needles or a provisional cast on. And I was like, meh, it's a bag. Like what it, but I didn't read the whole pattern through first. So that was my bad. But after I was like, okay, yeah, obviously this isn't going to work after like the first 2 rounds. So I just ripped back and did it exactly as Petite said. So we're working up on it. The yarn is from Paisley Knits. It was from her beach read. I think it's like So Very My Favorite Person or something. I'm trying to see if I have the thing. I'll put it here. But it's such a beautiful pink color. I love it. It's very like warm. It's very, I don't know. I just love the color. It's so pretty. So I'm really excited to finish working this up eventually. I'm trying to finish the bandana because I thought it would be like quicker, because it's technically I think the winter clutch is made in a sport weight, but I'm just holding it single and kind of like just vibing with whatever comes out of it. But I thought the babushka bandana would be a little bit quicker because it's DK, but because of the twisted rib, it is kind of taking a while. So there we are for that one. I don't really have much to say about it. I thought the winter clutch was going to be a little bit more complicated, but it's not, and I'm really appreciative of that. And that's it. I mean, it's a petite knit pattern, so usually it's like, I enjoy reading her patterns. I feel like everything's just laid out there for you, and I kind of like that. Like sometimes I just don't want to think too hard and be like, is this actually going to work out? Is this to trust the process? Like, no, I know I can trust the process with petite knit, So yeah, there's that. What's in here? I have like all these bags of projects in it. Oh yeah, this is my second sock. As you can see, I've only worked up a couple of rounds of the ribbing. And we have one more width. This one, you're probably going to be seeing it for a while. I don't know if I should keep showing it until like I finish the body or something, but it's the Moby sweater for my husband. I got a lot more, maybe not a lot isn't a good word. I have 2 more inches of the body and then the ribbing to go through, which honestly, maybe tonight I might work through more of it, because the finish line is almost there, girls. It is nearly there. I think he's just going to get this by his birthday. The goalpost keeps moving, but I think it's going to be a birthday present. But yeah, because I was like, you know what? Like there's all these babies happening, and then by all these, I mean like 2. And baby showers are going to be in the summer. So like I want to get on making gifts there. So I was like, oh, I might just pause like after I do the collar for the body and just keep going on the sleeves later. But I was like, you know what? I can just keep working on it slowly, and like that'll still be fine. That'll still be okay. So here we are. Here's the progress on the Moby sweater. It's working up very nicely. So it's just a very slow chugging away at it. I told my husband, like, I wanted a Moby sweater, but now, now I'm like, I don't know. I might need like a year break from that before I decide to do that. But I done with my whips now. So that's kind of a lot, at least like my knitting whips. So that is a lot happening there. I had a swatch somewhere that I wanted to show you guys. Pero no lo puedo encontrar. All right, I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Okay, so now it is time to go into future projects, future planning. So my future project really should be all my whips, but I might be casting on a sweater for myself. Knit Cheek, and let me see what her name is. There's a knit along happening called Sweater for Summer. Let me put my volume down. Hosted by Knit Cheek and at Beans and Skeins on Instagram. They are hosting a Sweater for Summer cow, and the details are, it's a knit along, like I said. So it's meant to be, they started April 1st, ends June 30th. They're giving away goodies each month, April, May, June. They're going to be announced in their YouTube videos only. It's really like just open gauge sweaters, or just choosing a sweater for the summer. Open gauge, short sleeves, short sleeve cardigans, like whatever it is that feels like a sweater summer for you. So my first thought was the California sweater by Knit California. She has a very open gauge sweater. And the day that I went to the SoCal Fiber Fair, I was watching Leslie's video and saw her boucle and Surrey version, and I was like, absolutely yes. So I made up my swatch. This one is very, very open. This one's actually off gauge. This one is actually closer to gauge. So did a couple of gauge swatches. I was like, oh, do I really need to? Because it's just, you know, it's an open gauge sweater. But this one, I think it's supposed to be a 15 stitch gauge. I got 12 stitches here, but with 4x4. So yeah. This one is like a 15 and a half, 16 gauge for 4 inches. So this one's a lot closer. The yarn combination is Super Glow Fibers in their Boucle Light in feminine. I don't know. I have no idea how to say that unless I'm singing the song. It's a feminine phenomenon. There you go. That's the name of the boucle. And then the Surrey is from Zorella Yarns. It's in the color Provence. I had this one in my stash for a little bit. So the combination comes up to like very much candy like mixture. I was looking at it for a while and I was like, do I like it? I don't know. But I was like, but also it's really fun. Like I could see it at the beach. That's the thing. Like beachy summer nights, it's like a little chilly, but like you're not that cold, but you could have like a little extra warmth with you. And like that's what this combination is giving. I added the purple mostly to kind of like warm up that like sapphire blue color in there. But I really do like the pops of like the neon pink in there, the neon yellows. I think they're just a lot of fun. So that is my plan for the future. And now we have reached my acquisitions. So if you're not here for the acquisitions, that's cool with me. I thank you for coming and making it this far in this video. But yeah, that's what we're going to be doing next. So get ready for the haul of a lifetime, because I was not prepared for this. Okay. So first things first, we're going to go with yarn acquisitions. So I got a couple of more Surrey Lace Provence from Sorella Yarn. I got 2 more because for that knit California sweater, I would need 3 skeins and I only had 1. The thing is that these 2 are a lot darker than, not a lot, it's like a shade darker than the one I had already had in my stash. So I'm thinking I might start off with these 2 first and then just use the other one for like sleeves or something. I know you could do like the helical knitting, and like usually I'd be down, but like with the Surrey, no, I'm not going to do that. So I'll probably just start off with these. But yeah, this is my Surrey, my new Surrey that I have brought into the fold. And then because and that's part of her spring tonals. And because I was on the spring tonals, I also purchased a nylon sock mini set. I think this would be really cute for like the Stella quilt cushion cover. Do not ask me to tell you the names of each of these. The pack is called Cafe. Okay, they're all these super cute pinks. I know for sure one of them is I think it's this one. This one is the Boulangerie color, which is the pink I already have. There's a terracotta in here, Merlot, I think, which is a really nice color. I love it. It's really cute. But like a couple of these pinks look very similar, but they're different, you know? And like you can only tell when they're not together. So when they're together like this, I'm like, did I get 2 of the same color? But no, this one's like a lighter pink. It's like a ballet slipper pink. And this one's the Boulangerie. And one of these is terracotta and something else. Do I know the difference? No. I don't remember all of the names, but it is cute. It is pink, and the set is called Cafe. So there you go. That is my yarn acquisitions for now. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. I don't think so. I do have a bit of a haul from a beloved craft store that is closing down. Did I get this all in one trip? No. Did I think I'd be making multiple trips? Also no. Did I think that Joann's closing down was going to be my reawakening to sewing? Also no. But here we are. I have whipped out my sewing machine again, and I stopped sewing so avidly in 2019, which is when I started learning how to knit. And that is also when the pandemic started breaking out and we had the shutdowns. I did grad school from home, all of that jazz. So I stopped sewing so much, one, because I would be in our second bedroom just cutting constantly and fighting with the sewing machine. And I wanted to be able to spend time with my husband during grad school. So I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna, like, I wanted to make stuff. So I was knitting instead. But also I think I was just getting like really frustrated with the sewing process. And I was trying to think, did I do something recently? No, I don't think I did anything recently. Just going through Joann's, I have seen like, I don't know if you guys have seen it. It's like the smock dress pattern that you can buy. Like it's literally, they advertise it as like a one seam dress. So I got a couple of those. The only thing is that because Joann's is closing, they have a minimum of yardage per fabric. So most of them, at least in my store, most of them are 2 yards. But I do have a work in progress, a sewing work in progress that I'm making with this fabric that I purchased. Sorry, I was like, what is it? It is a rayon for sure. I do have like I can just put it on for you guys because it's fairly easy. The only thing I have to do left is the hem, honestly. It was so beautiful. It stood out to me because I am like in love with these blues. I am in love with these yellows. I don't wear yellow that often because I just feel like it's really hard for me to find a yellow that I really think looks good on me. But I just love how they look together. I think it's beautiful. It's amazing. It's pre-smocked. Is that the word? Pre-shirred. I didn't have to do any of the shirring on my sewing machine, thank God. But here we are. Ta-da-da-da. It's like, I think I definitely needed to make the elastic a little bit tighter up here on the sleeve, on the shoulder at least. But you know what? I don't want to seam rip anything because the last time I did that, I spent a day in bed because my back was hurting. But anyway, did I put pockets? No. But it's so cute. I'm in love. So like I said, I have an extra, like this really only took a yard. And because I didn't make it, like they give you enough fabric that you can make a full-on maxi skirt to your knees. But whatever I didn't use at the bottom portion, I used for my sleeves. So it was really only like maybe a yard and a half. So I have like a whole other yard to work with here. I don't know what to do with it. I had like brought it up to one of my friends, like, oh, I have more to make an adult dress. And she's like, oh, it's very spring. It's so beautiful, right? But like my friends like that. She won't be, if I'm like, oh, blah, 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 she won't be like, oh, me, which is like why I love her. But like, I was like, girl, I'm trying to ask if you want one because I don't need another one like this. Otherwise, I'm going to be making like a little petite version for my niece. So like, yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like this would be cute skirt pattern material too. I don't know. Like, what do I do with pre-shirred fabric other than make a dress, another dress? So I didn't technically use a pattern. Not technically, because the whole point is supposed to be like a one seam thing, right? So that's what I did. But I also like, I had watched a YouTube video of someone making something with it because I was like, am I really just gonna do like a tube dress? Do I just use ribbons for straps? Like, what am I doing here, right? So I guess I was just trying to get inspiration more like. And so I just seen mostly the girl being like, literally, you could just do this in like a day. That's it. And then I went on Rosary Apparel. I used to watch a lot of her videos before, and now I'm back at it again. And I saw her make a DIY puff sleeve dress. Her thing was with 4 rectangles. So I utilized her like measurements, like however she suggested to measure your arms for. And that's what I did. That's what I did for the sleeves, for the puff sleeves. They're a little balloony, and I wonder if it's because it's rayon. And you know what? Like, I'm okay with it. Like, I think it's fine. I think maybe her dress fabric was maybe more like of a cotton, which was a little bit stiffer. So it's not so like blue. But I think it's comfortable. I think, yeah, the only thing is the elastic. But again, like, I don't want to seam rip. I will continue, or I will just wear it like this. Like, I don't care. like this is such a cool way to come back into sewing though. Anyway, so I do like it. Again, the sleeves, it's like definitely a learning curve. Obviously, I think I may have added like maybe a centimeter or two too much. Just because I was like, oh, just to be careful, because like I'm so used to like knitting and being like, oh, it's okay if it's like a centimeter extra, like because of the way the fabric gets. But like this is definitely a whole different ball game. I did the underarms. I'm like questioning whether or not I want to sew the sleeve down a little bit more, because I did 4 inches under the underarm, but like I wonder if this will assist with the constantly falling, you know? But I don't know. maybe I might do that. Just add an additional inch for the sleeve, and maybe that'll assist with the falling. Anyway, I don't know if that'll actually work or not, but my mind is telling me yes. Anyway, so this is one of the fabrics that I got. I got it for spring. I just think it's cute and fun and floral and fresh. And I'm going to take it off now. Anyway, so I think that's really beautiful. I think it's been really fun getting back into sewing. And what a way to get back into it than a simple dress pattern. I feel like I'm fairly, like, I don't think I'm confident. I still consider myself a beginner. Like, I hate hemming. I mean, I hate doing like the bottom of the dress. I hate the whole like, and then you're gonna like fold up 1/8 of an inch. No, sis, I'm gonna fold up however I think it looks right. I'm whatever, you know, like, I think now with that perspective, because before I was like, I need to be perfect. And then it would like really discourage me. But now I'm like, nah, I'm going to try to get as close as possible to that number, but like, it's not going to be that exact number. And then like, duh, it falls on me. But like, anyway, I do have a whole extra bit for another dress. So if my friend is seeing it and she knows who she is, if you want a dress like mine, let me know. Anyway, so an additional fabric that I got that matches that whole pre-smocked is this green taffeta. Oh, I love it. It's so cute. Again, I had to get 2 yards. So like, are me and my friend gonna have matching spring and fall winter dresses? Probably. But I love the fact that it's like such a stiffer fabric than the rayon, because I feel like with the sleeves, it'll definitely give it more of like a silky looking puff sleeve dress without all of the chiffon. But it has definitely got a lot to it, and it's such a beautiful, I love this green. I think it's amazing. I feel like if I did do a maxi version, it would definitely be giving, I don't know, no, obviously without the shirring, would be giving like Victorian. We'd have to have like those little hand muff things. Like, I'm already planning our Christmas outfits and it's not even summer yet, but I love it. It's so much fun. Like, I can't wait to work up on it. Like, part of me is kind of tempted to just work on it now, just to like start the process, I guess. And that's what I did with this one too. Because before, when I was starting to sew, I kind of just like cut everything and like wanted to go. This time I sewed the seam for the back, was like, I'm going to put the sleeves away. I cut the sleeves already, but I was like, I'll put them away. I'll come back to it later. I don't want to rush it. I'm just going to like chill, relax, do my thing. So it was definitely like a more pleasant experience. But because I haven't been sewing a lot, like I kept hitting my machine. Like, I've definitely hit my machine a few times. But there's the taffeta. I definitely have more, so I'm going to keep going. In a different trip, I also got, I just washed this, so it's a little wrinkly. I need to iron it. But look at how sweet this is. They're little bunnies in the rain. It's so cute. So this was a remnant. It was a yard remnant left behind. And I had immediately thought of my son for like a pillowcase cover, just because it's cute. And there's like a little nursery song that talks about bunnies sleeping, and it's pretty cute and it's pretty fun. So thought about making that for his little toddler pillow. Also because it's a small project that I can just get through very quickly. And like kind of keep up that like sewing like drive, I guess, to want to just make stuff for us. I also have something. It's so pretty. I love this color. I love this color so much. It's this beautiful like teal color. I mean, do I love it as much as my pinks right now? I don't know, but this teal, like, come on. I feel like it's giving royalty. I feel like it's giving glowy skin. So this is a linen blend. I don't remember what the blend was with, but it's this beautiful turquoise color. There's this pattern I have my eye on. It's called the Cosette dress. It's on Etsy. I forgot what it's called. The artist is like, or the designer is like Ali's something. But I love how that dress looks. And for some reason, I may have interpreted it wrong, but for some reason I thought in A Court of Thorns and Roses, I thought I remember Feyre having like a teal colored dress somewhere in there. And like ever since then, I have not been able to get a teal colored dress out of my mind. So like this with the Cosette dress would be so beautiful. Am I going to be making that anytime soon? No, I feel like I need to get a little bit more comfortable with my sewing before I do that. But this is just so luscious. I do have another pattern that I want to work this up with. And if I have extra, then maybe I will get, I forgot how many yards I got. 4? 3? So that, this one was exclusively for me. This is a me purchase, but I mean, I love linen, but I am also scared to work with it because I don't want to mess it up. Anyway, I have a couple of more fabrics to show you before I get into patterns. So another one I purchased was this beautiful purple, very beautiful dual tone. I feel like it jumped out at me on the shelves. It is definitely 2 yards. I think it's like 2.5 yards. Let me see. I heard a lady say from nose to the end of your finger is 1, 2. That doesn't, no, it's almost 3. It's like maybe 2.8 or something. So I got this just because I felt like it jumped out at me. It was like, take me home. There is a pattern I'm going to show you guys that I feel like this would work really well with, but also I might also use like that extra past the 2 yards for like table linens, like placemats mostly. I just think it looks beautiful. Oh my gosh, who's she? Color analysis. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, it's just a really pretty purple and I really liked it. And it's just a cotton. It's a basic cotton. I think it was like part of the quilter's cotton. And a lot of these, like, I think the taffeta, the plaid was only 25 or 30% off. The linen was 40. The rayon was 40% off, I believe, like 30 or 40. The remnant was already like priced lower. This one, the next one I'm going to show you, was about 30% off. And it is for my friend. I already planned to make her a dress for her birthday. Her birthday's like at the end of summer, so that's amazing for me. But her favorite Disney character is Peter Pan. She even had gotten a recent, like, the second star to the right tattoo on her. So I thought it was just a fun little print. I think I got like 3 or 4 yards of this just to make sure I had extra in case she wanted like a bigger dress or something where I'd need more. Also because like that bottom, I need to cut that off anyway. It says do not use for children's sleepwear. Okay. Anyway, so I got that. I'm still waiting on her to decide what she wants with this dress. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm excited. It's so cute. And we got all the little Lost Boys in there. I think that's it. That's all of the fabrics that I purchased, which is good because I feel like that's manageable. I do have other fabric that I had like from a few years ago, but I won't show you that right now. Oh, I also got, okay, I do have a few other things to show you other than patterns. I got these iron-on mending fabrics because I have a pair of Levi's that I had purchased secondhand already, and there will definitely be skin showing if I wear them now. So I got these to just mend some of those holes a little bit. They're iron-on, so I don't know if I mentioned that already. But there's that. All right. Time to show you the patterns I got. They're all McCall's. I know I can purchase stuff online and like print them at home, but also like I kind of hate that. I've done that before and I kind of hate it. I kind of hate having to tape everything together, and like I just want it all in one. I know you could do the A0 printing to do that, but that's like costs so much. So I got the McCall's. This one, I've had this pattern before. It's McCall's M7931. I've had this before. It's for like a basic bias slip skirt, and for a beginner, pretty simple. I think the only thing I was really confused on was like finding the bias of a material, but that was it. But I think I had given it away. I had donated it. I had folded up, donated it because I wasn't really sewing a lot. But I do have a fabric that I had purchased a while back that I was like, that'd be perfect for this kind of skirt. And then I was trying to find the pattern, and then not realizing that I had given it away already. So I purchased it again. I think the patterns were like 30% off. I got that one. I got this one as well. It's the McCall's M8248. It's just like pleated skirt, pretty basic. They have like a knee length, I think, mid thigh, and like maxi. So I do prefer something like this, the mid length, but you know, you just never know. I feel like a nice swishy skirt is always nice to have. I also got the McCall's M7962. It is like a top and bottom combination. The top that I was looking at is so stinking cute. It's got like the ruffles with it and the shorts, and like I kind of love those shorts. I think those are really nice. It also comes with, so it comes with 3 top pattern options and 2 bottom pattern options. So I really like the shorts to go with it, and that's why I got the blue linen. I also have another dress pattern somewhere that would look really good with that teal linen if I had extra. But this is so cute and beautiful, and I like that set. It's just so pretty and it's fun and flouncy. So there that is. And then this one is a Brandy Joan collab, I guess. I don't know if that's what you'd call it. It's the McCall's M8410. It is a mini skirt and jacket combination. I have this wool that I purchased when I first started sewing. I was very excited. I was also very into, which I still am, like don't get me wrong, on occasion I'll whip out my long maxi wool skirts, but I wanted to make a walking skirt, which for walking skirts you need a lot of fabric. And I don't even remember how many yards I purchased with this, but it was, I think it was from Merchant and Mills, maybe. But it is this huge amount of plaid wool yarn, plaid wool fabric. And I even bought the lining for it. It's just a basic like coordinating cotton fabric. But now I'm like, I don't really feel like wearing those long woolly skirts anymore, you know? So like, I'm kind of glad I didn't make anything with it yet. But now I was like, oh, a little set would be cute. I did see some videos that I looked up the pattern before. I did see some videos of people saying the jacket was a little difficult for them to get their head around, even for like experienced sewers. So we will see. We will see how I get through it. But the skirt is mostly what I'm focused on. I might lengthen it a little bit, but I think that would be such a really cute set with that plaid wool. And then there's a pattern I've seen online for like I forgot what it's really called, the Emma tote. I got cut off by my camera. Anyway, I think it's called like the Emma tote bag. And it kind of looks like the Marc Jacobs tote bag purse thing. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to have more than enough for the jacket, the skirt, and the purse. I think that would be a really fun to wear during the winter. So yeah, those are all my patterns. Those are all my fabrics. That is all my knitting. I did get a lot. Sorry, I did get a lot, but it was also a lot on sale. So yeah, and also they make you get a minimum. So that part kind of sucked, but I'm really excited to get back into sewing. I think it's a lot of fun. And I think now that I'm kind of like more confident, I guess, in just making in general, I wouldn't say in sewing, but like kind of reading the instructions and using them as guidelines and like cross-referencing with other people's videos and stuff and like seeing how it works for them. I think that is put like a definitely bigger, different perspective on it. So I really appreciate that. And it's just fun. It's fun at the end of the day. But yeah, I can't wait to like get making all of these things. Joann's had this beautiful quilts fabric. It was literally quilting with the batting and the bottom layer, but I think it was already like $19, and on sale it would have been $14.99. And if I wanted to have one that was big enough for maybe like a full size, the total would have been more than all of the fabric I already purchased. And I was like, I don't need it. I don't need it because you know what? I have a yarn stash that I'm like, I have set aside to make a sweet shop blanket. And you know what? That is good enough for me. So I did not buy it, but it was beautiful. It was a rifle paper coat pattern. And like I've told you guys, I am such a sucker for rifle paper coat. What is it about that pattern that has me in a chokehold? I don't know, but it is beautiful and it is unjustly so. So anyway, I didn't get it, but I got all these other things. But I'm very excited to get back into my sewing and making. And I can't wait to like, when I feel brave enough to cut my wool up to do this this set. I will probably only be living in that set forever. So, but yeah, that's it for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for sticking around with me, for listening to me yap this whole time. Yeah, what are you guys making? Did you guys make a lot for March? And also, if you have a Joann's nearby you, did you buy things up? Wait a second. My mind just went to a story right now that I'm like, I have to talk about this. I only have like 10 more minutes on my camera's memory, so I have to like be quick with it. But it was crazy. So like most of you guys know who are in the US, I don't know if they're Canada too, and North America, know that Joann's is closing, right? And even if you're not in the North America, you probably have heard about it. And it's just crazy because like all of the stores are closing, they're liquidating, they've been bringing in like warehouse stuff, like the warehouse is bringing more stuff in, and like once they're done, they're done. So I even asked my store recently, like, hey, so like, do you know, like, are you guys shut down like once you sell out your inventory, or is it like even if you don't sell out your inventory, you're closed by this date? And they're like, well, definitely it's like end of May, but if we like get rid of all the inventory beforehand, then that's it, right? And I'm like, oh, okay. And I'm like, that kind of sucks because like all these people will probably have to find another job. It's kind of hard out there. It's very brutal. So I was like, okay, like I understand. Like, of course, like I love a good deal, but like I can't imagine what it's like for you guys right now. So when I went into my Joann's to get like I think it was like the taffeta and the Peter Pan, because I had gone a couple times just to see like if there was anything like yarn wise that I wanted in there. And then kind of when I realized like there was sales on the patterns, and I like physical patterns like this, for sewing at least, I was like, okay, well, I'm going to go in and like take a look at the fabrics too, because I don't have that much in my closet to like for all of these. So I went to go look, and I noticed only 3 people in the store. There was 2 employees, 1 manager. I could hear one of them being like, oh, you can go ahead, you can go leave, like go to your lunch, right? And then there was someone, like literally 3 employees in the whole dang store. One was at the cash register, one was putting stuff away, and the manager was at the cut counter. So I hear them while I'm like getting closer to the cut counter. I can hear them go like, oh, go ahead, go on your break, not lunch, sorry, go on your break. And so the girl's like, okay, thank you. And then I come back, I'm like looking around. I'm like, okay, there's no one at the cut counter. I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna go look at the patterns, and then like when I see someone, I'll come back. But I was like, you know what? I don't need anything else. Like this is what I like realistically see myself making in the future. This is all of the fabric that I need right now, and like that's it. I'm just gonna go to the cut counter and I'll just wait. Like it wasn't that big of a deal. So I think between me not seeing someone at the cut counter and me going to the cut counter was maybe like 5 minutes. And then, then there's a line that starts forming. There's like some lady and her daughter with her kids behind me anyway. And then an older little lady behind them. They're just waiting. They're looking around. And one of the employees passed by and they're like, be with you in a minute. And I was like, yeah, okay, no worries. Like, they acknowledge, they know we're all waiting. Like, it's fine. And then like, if it had been like 20 minutes, I would have been like, okay, we need to go find someone because it's been a while. But I remember like, as soon as they had walked there, they're like, is no one going to help us? Blah, blah, blah. And then the older, small little lady, she went over and she's like, oh, I'll go ask and see if there's someone who can help us. And they're like, okay. She goes and she's like, they said they'll be here in a minute. And then we're waiting for maybe like another couple of minutes. And the lady behind me straight up goes behind the counter and she's like, I'm just going to do it myself. And like grabs the scissors. And then one of the girls that was at the register was like, no, don't do that, please. Like someone will be with you in a minute. And she's like, okay, fine. And she gets out from behind the counter. And her daughter is like, no, she didn't say she will be with us in a minute. She said someone will be with us in a minute. And this lady was like, oh yeah, like, okay, you're going to tell me not to do this, but it's like, I'm not going to help you. I'm going to have someone else do the job of helping you. Like heckling this girl as she's walking by. And I see like, pretty sure it was the manager, finally comes back out and she helps me cut some of my stuff. And I was like, hey, like at that point, like these ladies were not there anymore. The older lady wasn't there. The lady and her daughter and her kids weren't there. And I was like, hey, like, I'm really sorry. All these people are like really up your butts. I can see you. There's only so many of you. Like Joann's, especially our Joann's, has not been like overrun with staff. Like they have been understaffed for such a long time. Like, I feel like this isn't new, and like people got to take their breaks. So it was just really like uncomfortable. And then like the manager was kind of like, like she was just like over it, like acknowledged that I said it, but like was over it. So she just cut my stuff, gave me my receipt and was like, there you go. Anything else? I was like, no. And this petty queen, love her to death, grabs one item to go put away, walks away from the cut counter and is like, I can hear the ladies as I'm walking away, like saying something. And I was like, it's going to keep going. Because it's just like so rude. They're out here like heckling people. There's only 3 people in the whole store and like half of the store is already like empty. There's no more merchandise there. And like, how hard is it to just be kind to people when their jobs are the ones that are being lost? And at the register, I told the girl in the front the same thing because it's the one, like I recognized her. She's been there for a while. She's always really nice. She's always like chatty. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And like, even her, she looked flustered. And she's like, yeah, just had someone yell at me today because they can't return something. And I'm like, but that's not even your fault. And just like, I know, but it just felt really good to hang up on them anyway. Cause like, there's nothing I can do about it. And I was like, as you should. So that's just crazy. Like crazy stories of like the Joann's closing down. It's like, just, people are going through a hard time. Stores closing down, they're basically losing their jobs. Not basically, they are losing their jobs, trying to find something else, like it's not that hard to be nice. But that's it. So I wasn't expecting to get as much as I did, but I'm glad I did. Glad I got it on the sales. I'm sad that it's going to be closing though, because like where I'm going to have to order from other places and find other hobby stores now to go to, but got 4 new patterns. Got some really beautiful fabric that I love, and just overall really excited. Excited and nervous are 2 of my main emotions recently. And that's why I keep on making. So did you buy anything at Joann's recently? If you're in North America, have you purchased anything on sale? Have you bought something you've been eyeing for a long time? I know there were some sewing machines on sale too. Not that great of a deal, but they're there. Yeah, let me know in the comments down below, and you can also let me know whatever you're making or knitting on right now. Okay, I will see you guys next time.